Slurpathon, where we're raising money for Extra Life. Extra Life has 170 member hospitals across North America that are relying on donations to provide the best care for kids since 2008. Extra Life has raised over $100 million and has gone towards things like funding critical treatments, research and equipment, as well as helping families who cannot afford care. You can sign up to play games to help your kids by visiting extralife.org. For us specifically here, we are raising funds for the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. Type exclamation mark donate in the chat to see how to donate. And you can check out our incentives list. For right now, we are going to play Contra. Take it away, Avatar of Honor.
Alright, thanks for the introduction, Zanuck. I'm Avatar of Honor. I'll be playing Contra here. Some of you may know this game from the good old NES days of some people have tentatively identified it as torture and one of the hardest games they've ever played. It's really not that bad. We're going to hopefully get this done in 20 minutes or so. We'll just get started here. Timer starting. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so your speed run is basically has one objective, two objectives. Acquire the spread shot and don't die, which is what we're going to try to do. If I'm being honest, earlier practice runs today were not great, but you know, we can work around it. So here we are. This is the first spread shot. There'll be some other backups. Almost died there. Not paying attention to bullets. And our goal here is just to hang on. The only other upgrade that we're interested in is the R upgrade, which is, depending on who you talk to, the rifle or the rapid fire upgrade. This is a multiplicative modifier to your attack speed. And you probably noticed there that I completely ignored the L upgrade, which is a laser. It's a very powerful laser that drills into an enemy, hard enemies, and deals a whole ton of damage, but you can only have one laser beam out at a time. And spread just kind of covers the screen, so you're pretty much good to kill anything and everything on screen with this. There's another. So this is a multiplicative multiplier, which means the more you collect, the more diminishing the return is, so you will get slightly faster shots, but they won't be significantly noticeable. So most people just kind of go after the single R upgrade. I'm told the game still reads pop full mail. That was close. Okay, in these base levels, you'll notice I'm kind of just standing there. That if the gun is the door turret is in the center, you can just kind of stand off center, and it'll shoot straight and never hit you. So we use that a couple of times in this run, not very often. Right now, it's pretty much just straightforward. Get up there and survive. Zanuck, if you got any donations or anything, feel free to hammer away.
Yeah, we have several open incentives here. We have the open incentive for Resident Evil 4 Remake, where you can choose which character is going to be the played character. We also have 2 incentives for Another Crap's Treasure. One is to kill Firth with gun, and the second one is use glitch uppies to unlock abilities. Both of those incentives for Another Crap's Treasure are being won tomorrow. Resident Evil 4 is tonight.
Okay, I forgot there is one other upgrade we like. It is the B upgrade. I'm not sure what anybody thinks it stands for, but it's basically an invulnerability. It will help us speed through a couple of sections here. And marathon safety strats here. I'm just going to kill some stuff to get it out of the way so that I don't have to worry about dodging everything under the sun.
Yeah, what do you think the B stands for? Best upgrade?
I have something I'd say, but we're PG-13 right now, so...
B stands for barrier. Thanks, the random game.
I'm good with that. I've never known. I've actually never known what most of these upgrades were until, I want to say like 15 years ago when I actually actively started timing myself, because I used to try to beat this as fast as I can when I was a kid, because this was actually the first game I ever beat, and I don't know, always kind of stuck with me.
Wow, you beat this game as a kid?
I think the first time when I was 6.
I think I played this. I definitely did not beat it. Indecisive. Indecisive hobbyist says B is for beauty.
Usually one of those gets destroyed before the other. One of the things about this game is there are only so many bullets that you can fire and keep on screen. So one of your biggest goals when you have the spread shot is to essentially never to stop shooting, so that you maintain the steadiest stream you can, which I am not always good at. You see, sometimes the spread gets a little bit smaller. That's when you know you're kind of doing it right. As you end up with a smaller spread, but you get more shots straight out, which you're going to be shooting straight most of the time. Now, this boss has a unique kind of glitch. If you can land damage on the frame it starts to separate, all its ghost forms will take damage when they're separated. I've never actually figured out a good setup or timing for it. Just kind of happens at random for me. I've just kind of given up on that. Yeah, I thought it was dead last cycle. And stage 5, not much to explain here, so mostly just survive again. So if you've got any donations to read out, let's get them out there.
Well, let me just keep plugging away, talking about Extra Life. The Extra Life Foundation that we're raising money for raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We've selected Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. These funds will go to that hospital as unrestricted funds, so the hospital is the one who gets to decide where and how to spend the money to ensure that the dollars we raise will make the biggest impact possible.
It's just kind of a paranoia thing. There's that one thing that just flashed and killed everything on the screen. I'm pretty sure I don't need to collect that. I just like to. That probably costs me time doing it, but... This is where the spread shot really shines, because you put out like anywhere between, I think it's like 6 and 10 shots at a time, and they all hit with the same strength as one of the other upgrades of the machine gun, which is in itself is a pretty strong weapon. There is one upgrade that pretty much nobody ever uses because its firing pattern is terrible. That is the F for Fireball. It actually does this weird little rotation that nobody likes and is super slow. I think it does the same damage as a single machine gun shot, but it's its movement is so slow, I'd rather just have the starting weapon over it. Because you can shoot more bullets in a quicker time frame than the Fireball could ever hope to produce. It was so bad they actually changed how Fireball worked in Super C. In Super C, it's actually quite good. It's fun.
More bullets, more better.
Yeah, this is kind of like the reverse bullet hell. You want to spit out as many bullets as possible to prevent anybody else from putting out bullets. Because most bullet hell games, you don't have a choice. They're sending bullets at you whether you like it or not. So I died a couple of times through this section during practice today, so we're gonna take this super slow. Ah, come on. Straight down, controller. There we go. That's one of the more critical barrier upgrades, because it really speeds things up through here since I don't have to actually stop and try to kill stuff. Until here. Where's it?
Very efficient.
We're supposed to stay over there a little bit longer. So you can kind of just see the destructive power the spread shot has. And you get this, you pretty much never want to let it go. We're going to slow up a little bit here because that's a fireball upgrade I don't want to see. So that's a well-known trick. I did this all the time back when I was a kid, and I got bored one day wondering if I could actually jump on that and survive. And then lo and behold, I did. Again, not really necessary, but we'll just take it and be on our way. Today. Most of these jumps aren't hard, but they are kind of precise. I'll probably say within like 4 frames or something like that. This level lately has been the hardest level for me for some reason. Just mistiming a lot of jumps and stuff. But we made it through fine. And then we're going to take out this thing really fast here because spread shot.
And just a reminder to everyone, if you're interested in seeing Omax play Resident Evil 4 as Ada, or as Leon, or as Luis, whichever one you prefer, you can snipe that right now for $1, and we will put your desired character in the lead. Just head over to !donate and include that in your number.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of pretty close to the end of the game here. We're just gonna try to run past these as fast as possible. We'll kill stuff along the way, just to make life a little bit easier and maybe collect an extra life score. It's the old days of the Nintendo when score gained you lives. And this is the final boss, the heart of the alien. Done. And that is why you want to start with the spread shot and never lose it. Yeah, 1509.
Wow, GG.
I think that's a PB. I've never actually fully timed myself for this. It's always one of those games I like played casually and just loved. I rarely felt the desire to speedrun it. Or at least time it out. Well, thanks for joining me on this 13-minute Contra run. Yeah, if you haven't played Contra before, give it a try. It is incredibly difficult, but you have now seen and heard the entire strategy behind beating Contra, so you're good to go.
Alright, thank you so much, Avatar. I hope everyone had fun with Contra. We are now going to go on our next break before the next game, which will be Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, as an any percent race with Chris A. Grimm, Ziff, and Cactus 021. See you soon.